You're going home. You're going, I'm gonna smooth all this out.
Yara loves TV. Yes, I made a theme song so that I can talk about all my favorite shows. Oh, yeah. And this is just your disclaimer that this is not me talking about any of the actors themselves, but more so their characters. Please do not attack me in the comments. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, even those who disagree with me. But let's keep it friendly. All right, let's get started with the show.
Except Martha Huber.
Martha Huber is back. She hasn't been in a few episodes. I think it's been like 2 episodes we haven't had Martha. I kind of like how they're sprinkling her in, but honestly, I can't get enough of her, so yeah.
Whose own lawn paled in comparison. Hello, Victor. Out jogging again. Victor, I'm gonna get an ambulance. Then Mrs. Hoover, they got the chance to mow down the competition.
There's no way she's serious.
Somebody help! He collapsed on your hydrangea. Call 911.
So if you haven't had a chance, please check out the last video. It was a really fun video. I enjoyed that one. I was able to interact with you guys even more. You guys were basically saying that, you really like the ranting. I hear you loud and clear. And in general right now, I'm just trying to figure out, like, everyone keeps asking me about Gilmore Girls videos, and it's not that I don't want to do them. And I'm supposed to still review the Sex and the City video as well. Like, it's still a lot I have to get done as far as content, but I don't know how to go about it because I've kind of switched my format where, like, I'm doing these reaction videos and I love it so much. Like, it allows me to say so much more. And honestly, I got kind of tired of every time I was editing and I would keep having to say over and over again, like, and then this part made me laugh. Like, you get to see me laugh now. Like, it's not like before where everything I was doing while I watched, I had to like describe it. Like, you can see my live reactions and I am loving that so much. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the next Christopher video. Like, am I gonna do it like a reaction, like just go episode by episode reacting to each scene and kind of like coming up with an analysis for him that way, or do I just go back to my old format? I just don't really know. That's where I'm kind of stuck right now. I really love this format and I just want to do it with everything else. Like, when I reviewed Sex and the City movies and things like that, I really want to continue the way I'm doing it, like this way. So let me know down in the comments what you guys kind of prefer, and I'll kind of try to come to a conclusion with your input, and I guess we'll just go from there. Also, guys, if you're liking the videos, please not only subscribe, also like the videos. Sometimes I kind of like forget to say subscribe or like a video just because it's so repetitive and it's not a lot of creative ways to say that. But yeah, please like the videos, because when you guys are liking the videos, it makes it so that like the algorithm is pushing it out more and more. And that last video, actually, speaking of, I saw that you guys watched at least 10 minutes, or it said like 9 minutes and 45 seconds of the video. Like, that was the average view duration for it. And wow, that was really shocking, because like, if anybody knows anything about YouTube, it's kind of hard to get people past that 5-minute threshold. Like, people get bored pretty quickly and easily. So thank you guys so much again for all the love and feedback on that video. Anyways, let's get started with today's video.
Problems have become absorbing.
Love this, because like, same Lynette, like, as you can see, my daughter's here and she's sleeping, taking a nap. I have her with me right now because it's like, I know that she'll sleep longer if she's on me, and I was really excited to go ahead and start recording the next video. So that's what's going on, and this just feels like so relatable.
God, I couldn't wait to get rid of them.
Stationery is partial number 17, 100% cotton.
So Paul is trying to get to the bottom of who sent Mary Alice that note, and the guy he's working with makes it very clear, like, listen, I do a good job, and not only do I do a good job, I smack him like a bug. I think that was the reason for the transition, like, where the next they're smacking the book down. It's like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory.
I have come up with this killer idea for the Spotless Scrub campaign.
Great, you want to run it by me?
No, I'm good.
And when exactly would this formal dinner take place?
Day after tomorrow. Yeah, I know it's short notice.
How am I supposed to pull off a formal dinner with no warning?
Bree Vandekamp does this kind of thing all the time.
And what did you say?
So Tom wants to host a dinner. Well, he wants Lynette to host a dinner so that he can pitch an idea for his job. And Lynette is all out of pills. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes.
Don't turn around. My mother-in-law can see you. So meet me at the motel in an hour.
Done. got plans. They're with Danielle.
She can't hear her up there? The door is open. Like, she couldn't even close the doors. She can't hear her?
That sounds like a date.
Yeah, I guess we'll both have to learn to deal.
And then he turns around. Where's Mama Solis? Where is Mama Solis? Wasn't she just sitting right there?
Hello?
Oh, Gabrielle.
Our marriage is disintegrating. Andrew was acting.
Disintegrating is crazy.
If Andrew's angry about you moving out of the house, then perhaps he should shove your head into a loft.
Period.
3, I've gone to an attorney. You're gonna be served with divorce papers later today.
And he decides to announce this now.
Perhaps detention is the way to go. Mom, you're getting too dressed up. I told Mike I expect him to have you home by 11.
This is Lorelai and Rory coded. But hold on, before we get into them. We just witnessed, basically, Andrew got in trouble because he got into a fight with some kid at school and they want to expel him as a result. And all of a sudden, Rex decides to start talking about the fact that their marriage is, like he said, disintegrating.
How about midnight? All right, but no later. You know how I worry.
Trying too hard?
Why do I keep forgetting about this dog?
What do you know? It's 80 degrees outside and you're wearing fur.
Hey, Mike.
Ooh. Work it. Go. Rewind that one more time. Look at her. She looks fabulous. I mean, that is a really nice dress on her. It's not just the dress. It's the whole look. It's the earrings. Those earrings are perfectly paired. Her hair being that color. Even like if you look right here, like look up here, like the straps almost are invisible. You can barely see them. It's got some kind of like gold-ish something going. Like it just pairs very well. Like everything is put together very well.
You look so pretty. I hardly recognize you.
You look so pretty. I hardly recognize you.
We kissed, FYI.
Susan, I'm really sorry, but I've got to cancel. I have an unexpected house guest.
Sorry, hi, I'm Kendra.
Ooh, and the purse to match.
Mike had to reschedule. Because of the hot girl? Gosh, how devastating for you. FYI.
Look, I just want to move this place fast. I'll do whatever we have to do.
You know, and I was wondering about that because I'm like, we literally saw that one episode where he kept at the end where he kept slamming the little for sale sign into the ground. And ever since then, I'm like, so when is the house getting sold? Like, they just been in there.
Edie, wait!
So Edie is Paul's realtor so that he can sell the house. And as she's leaving, I think she leaves behind her something. She leaves behind like a briefcase or something. And he finds paper that matches the paper from Mary Alice's note that she got the day that she died.
Hey, Danielle. Hey, Mrs. Solis.
Was that pre-recorded? How in the world did she sound like that smooth and she was jumping out of a car? Listen to that.
Hey, Danielle. Hey, Mrs. Solis.
If anything, it should have sounded like, hey, Mrs. Solis. Like, or maybe that's just me. Like, shouldn't have been some like kind of heavy breathing? And then Gabrielle's voice sounds so smooth. I feel like that was pre-recorded or something.
Remember that? That was like last summer.
Oh my God, she looks like Brie again. So Gabrielle stops Danielle on the side of the road when she gets out of school, and she asks her if she's still interested in being a model because she would love to help her get into modeling in New York. Obviously, this is just so she can get away from John.
You look a little tired. Is everything okay? Actually, I'm getting ready for a dinner party tomorrow night. 6 people. Just 3 or 4 pills. I'm really hitting a wall here.
I'm not gonna forget about this, Jordana. What's that supposed to mean? Don't bother bringing out little Tina because we won't be home.
So Lynette goes to the girl who originally introduced her to this whole pill fiasco, who offered her pills at the times. How all of a sudden now she don't really got, maybe she's been using them more, I don't know. Point is that she says that she's low and she doesn't really have any to give Lynette, and Lynette is starting to spiral out of control because she's going through what I'm assuming is withdrawal. Oh, and that withdrawal from Adderall, by the way, it is a pain in the keister, I have to tell you, because that's the other side I didn't mention in my last video while I'm just oversharing. Basically, what would happen also because I wasn't getting any sleep and I wasn't eating, oh yeah, you bet my mood was terrible. Like, anybody who lived with me will tell you that I was always irritable. I was always very angry. Like, the smallest little thing would make me just want to just rip the door hinges off. Like, it was bad. Like, my anger had hit an all-time probably low because I wasn't getting any sleep and I wasn't eating. Like,
Wine is giving me
Headache.
So Bree tries to sit down with the kids and Rex to talk about the fact that they are officially getting divorced, and Andrew immediately says like he wants to live with Rex. Then Danielle says she doesn't care who she lives with as long as she has her own bathroom, which okay. And I think Bree's just having a hard time like processing it because I mean, first of all, it's happening so suddenly, and she thought like, okay, if we go to counseling, maybe it'll get better, and that didn't work, and it just. I think she's just kind of hitting a spiral. I'm noticing that they're putting a wine glass in Bree's hand more and more as time progresses. Like I even just kind of want to go back here to when they were at the book club meeting. I just want to see something.
More wine?
Yeah, Bree is the one that suggests they have more wine at the book club meeting right before, and then she was already kind of drinking before then. Yeah, her drinking is starting to get more and more frequent.
Dad said last time he saw you, you were ready to quit. Well, this is a gigantic waste of your time and my father's money.
You're lying to her, Mike.
So the girl who came over to Mike's and is staying with him and, you know, was the reason that Mike and Susan didn't get to go on their date is the daughter of that guy who was like, laughter, yeah, pisses me off. Yeah, that's his daughter. The one that got Mike out there, you know, talking about, you know, continue fixing the pipes and whatever. And so she, you know, tells him that he should tell her dad that there's nothing out there for them to find so that he'll stop spending all his money trying to get to the bottom of whatever it is he has Mike out there looking for.
But are you doing too much? Because you look exhausted.
Oh, I'm fine.
She's not fine. She's not fine. My Shayla. My Shayla.
Dana, where did this come from?
A brief little pause to show you guys. I talked about this in my community tab. I got it. I got a Wizard of Oz throw blanket. It was literally the last one that they had in the store, and I'm so happy that I was able to get it. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you know I am literally the biggest Wicked fan right now. So I've been posting about Wicked nonstop, and yeah, so I feel like this just goes. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the review.
Paul Young's garage sale.
Dana was a baby.
Don't you two see what he's doing? He's trying to get you on his side.
My thing is, as Bree's friend, and I meant to mention this at first when the subject first came up, that wasn't too good on Gabrielle's part. Like, she should have definitely mentioned that. I get it, like, it was all a ploy anyway, but, like, she still should have mentioned that to Bree before she ever brought it up to Danielle, like, just out of respect.
He's trying to buy your love. A car, a modeling academy.
We just told the kids we're getting divorced. Isn't it time to spoil them a little?
Andrew just got into a fight at school.
They're my kids, too, and I can give them anything I want.
What is this, Mrs. Doubtfire? Boy, if you don't give her them keys.
There you go.
Thank you, Daddy.
I don't understand what his... Like, he's just antagonizing her. And for what? Because she wanted the marriage to work and he didn't. And I don't understand that. I get it. Like, maybe some of it is coming from a place of, like, you're always in control and I don't really feel like I have a say-so. But there's a way to communicate that isn't doing stuff like this, like, publicly. Like, his way of trying to, like, assert his manhood and power is by always, like, publicly humiliating her. And it's really annoying. Period. Because, like, she had no business offering up that modeling thing. Like, again, I get it. It was part of her trying to get rid of Danielle so that John wouldn't have it. But my thing is, even Gabrielle's logic doesn't make any sense because it's like, even if you get rid of Danielle, she's not the only girl that he goes to school with. So...
I just wanted to help out.
It's in New York, for God's sakes. Why on earth would you suggest that?
It's her dream. Don't you want her to be happy?
No.
John.
You know what? I quit. The yard, us, everything. You know, an hour here, an hour there.
I like how smart she's playing this, though. Like, I have to admit, I'm loving how she's playing this really nice. Because it's like, she's not going to bust him right when she hears, like, a little thing. No, she's going to wait. She's going to wait for the big one. And then she's going to drop the bomb.
Your boys are the only ones I know who could tire out Timmy.
You've been medicating Timmy?
Up for his ADD.
Can I use your bathroom?
Lynette did not play that good at all. Like, she said that immediately after. Of course you're going to be the first suspect.
As Lynette swallowed the stolen medication of an 8-year-old child, she vowed she'd never again sink to such depths.
So then you take the entire bottle, Lynette? The entire bottle? Really, you could have just took a couple, and I'm pretty sure that could have been easily, you know, like, explained away. But the whole bottle...
10 grand, she's gone.
Dang, 10 grand is all it takes? I would have thought on the low end it would have been at least 20,000.
Mom, what's going on? Oh, I'm throwing you out.
Okay, you've lost it. Okay, I'm not giving up my car.
That's a smart idea, because you're probably gonna have to sleep in it for a while.
Where did you say they were going tonight?
Paul orders out a hit on Edie because he thinks that Edie Britt is obviously the one who sent Mary Alice a note. And Bree puts her kids' stuff on the front lawn, hoping that it will encourage them to give back the gifts that Rex bought. Because apparently, I mean, she has to play dirty, in my opinion, because he's playing dirty. Even though I know it's like, well, one of them should be the adult in the situation. But I mean, she's tried to go about this in a respectable way, and he's not willing to cooperate. So really, what other choices she have? But unfortunately, Andrew is just not really going for it. I think he has to kind of hit the concrete to really like see who's in the right or who's in the wrong, or just understand that I feel like Andrew is acting out because of what's going on at home, but also I feel like he's using it as an excuse to really act out at the same time. It's kind of complicated. Like I can't really be sold on one or the other. I feel like it's just both. So Edie overhears Mike and this girl Kendra talking about going to Saddle Ranch. Obviously that we know that they're going to Saddle Ranch because he wants to show her something about her sister, which again, this whole mystery is starting to unfold more and more. But Edie thinks that they're going out on a date, and she used the information to provoke Susan to go to the Saddle Ranch and see what they're up to. Y'all hear the song? Cold beer, hot wings, and something beer cans, chucking them at the back of my son's neck cause he's a... Oh my god. Look at Edie's outfit. I'm loving her outfit. This like little peach-ish or pink, it's probably just pink color on her, and then her lip, her eye, makeup, everything. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I love it.
Well, I figured it'd be easier for me to steal Mike from you than her. She seems like fun.
You and I can go alone. Gabrielle can stay here and get better.
Gabrielle claims that she has a stomach ache so that she can miss the dinner, which is obviously just a ploy so that she can sneak John in. Go Edie, go Edie, go Edie.
What a small world.
I caught Edie hiding in the back.
Kidding. Is she here?
She said, the jig is up, and she said you two came together.
I thought she left.
Are you following me? You, ride the bull.
Yeah, it's a real rush.
You're up.
Oh, fun.
She said, challenge accepted. This is like when Monica tried to be enticing for Chandler in that one episode. Out like a light. Out like a light.
I'm gonna call her and I'm gonna smooth all this out. You're going home.
No, Dad, why?
You're going home. I'm gonna smooth all this out. You're going home.
It'll be perfect. It'll be like our own little bachelor pad. What?
That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Andrew.
I'm doing all this because I just want to get back at your mother because she won't give me the things I need in the bedroom, and I don't have the guts to admit that I need a little bit more from her intimately. So instead of being a man and telling her that, I'm just gonna screw with her.
You know, these last few months
You're just a casualty.
have been incredibly difficult for me. There are a lot of things...
Keith, you still have your fake ID? Yeah, I've got to go home and kiss my mother's ass, and I'm not going to do it sober.
So Andrew shows up begging his dad to let him stay with him, and he's like, listen, you're taking this a little bit further than what I was thinking. I was just thinking I was going to irritate her a little bit. You're talking about moving in. I'm not ready to be a real dad. No, and Andrew rides off in his car. I just know if she's experiencing what I used to experience when I used to take medicine for my ADHD, I'm telling you, she's like, it felt like this. It's just like, and I feel like maybe only people who have taken the medicine understand what that was like, but like, it's like, it's just like your brain, it's like everything just feels like, I can't stop making a stupid noise. But it's just like, everything just feels like, this is like, you're like tense, man. Like you're out of your mind. Everything has to be like, oh my God, how do I explain this better? It's like everything has to be so just right. Cause it's like one little thing and you're about to like lose your mind.
Constant advertising.
Exactly. You know, maybe there's a way that we can...
Adderall or not, you gotta admit that was a really good idea.
Susan.
But like, you can see it, that's her arena. Like, Tom is still trying to prove himself. It seems like he's not fully established in his role, and he's still like having to earn the attention of them. Lynette walks in, and yes, she was wrong, but Lynette walks in and she commands the room. You just feel it, that's exactly where she's meant to be.
God, why couldn't I have just been knocked unconscious?
The girl Kendra tells Susan she should be very careful because the reason why Mike came to Wisteria Lane is a really good story, and you know, she needs to kind of get to the bottom of that. And then the guy who Paul hired to take a hit out on Edie, he shows up to the Saddle Ranch talking to Edie, and that's pretty much all we see so far. My thing is, Gabrielle should have known something was up with Juanita when she encouraged Carlos to go without her. She's supposed to be keeping an eye on her. She's been following her. She's been joined at the hip. She should have known.
Well, Gabriel.
She had a camera. We've got to catch her. Your husband's gonna kill us. Come on.
Don't touch me!
Every time I see that part, I'm like, there's no way that took him out.
No, you go home. I'll take care of this. And you were never here. Call 911.
So then it's revealed that it was Andrew who hit Juanita Solis.
Well, for your information, I thought you threw an amazing dinner party tonight.
But that's not her priorities. Like, that's the thing. He's completely missing the point. I get it. She was wrong for interjecting, and like, it wasn't her chance to pitch her ideas. I get it. But I'm saying at the same time, Tom is not understanding that this is like she just said it. That was her world. That was her whole universe. She wanted a career. She wanted to be a career woman. That's what she wanted to do with her life. I think at minimum, she thought she was going to be raising maybe 1, maybe 2 max. And she thought she was going to be able to get back into the workforce. This is not enough to fulfill her. That's it. These husbands don't understand what it takes to fulfill their wives and what drives them. And what's driving Lynette is this need to go back to work. She wants to go back to work, but he just doesn't get that.
Everyone who knows you thinks that you are a great wife and mother, especially me.
Thanks.
He did say a nice thing. It is a nice thing to say. It's a compliment, but he's not hitting her in the right spot. He's not hitting the spot.
I need your help, honey. There's been an accident. Andrew?
Mama?
Andrew.
You need to come home. Something's happened and we need you.
To me, it speaks volumes that, like, Andrew is such a complex character just off rip, but I think it speaks so loudly that in that moment, he says mama. Like, he remembers, like, this is my mother, and that, you know, I think it's such a vulnerable moment for him that word choice made all the sense in the world, because it's almost like I feel like he was starting to think to himself like, wow, like I really am just a kid, and he's reminded of his role, you know, on this planet, that he's made this really big mistake, and like he's like a kid again in a way. I think they found a common enemy. Like, it's like they found this secret that's gonna bond them together. It's gonna bond them together, and that's like the reason they showed Andrew holding Danielle's hand and them pulling down the garage together. It's like temporarily, like, we're gonna be a family unit again, and this is gonna bring us together. That's the message I got from that. I'm really enjoying this whole Desperate Housewives little reaction series. It's really, really fun, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.